Don't take it personal. Now, this is a very difficult one because many of us have very thin skin because we're not very confident in who we are, or there's some things about ourselves that we're not necessarily happy about, or we have shortcomings that we're not necessarily very proud of, or the like. Learn how not to take interactions with other people personally. And I mean, you can go from the store clerk all the way to your best friend, your sister, your mother, your father. And let me tell you why you should not take things personal. And this is more practical than any other reason I could give you that's deeper than this simple one reason. Most people on this planet, in this life, don't have the time to care about hurting your feelings. Most people, okay? So when we're talking about people that you work with, or people at the supermarket, or someone that's not in your immediate circle, if they say something or do something that ruffles your feathers, don't take it personal. The person that's working as the cashier at the store, or the person that's the toll booth worker, or the restaurant worker, imagine that maybe that person is just not having the best day, and they snapped at you, or they said something rude. And if you're able to shake that off, it's a win-win for that person and yourself. And I'll explain to you why it's a win for both of you. It's a win for yourself because you're not carrying extra unnecessary negative baggage. That's a win for yourself. So even if you want to be selfish in thinking about this, sure, the selfish reason is not to carry that with you. But the other reason is, simply put, if you can just hear what that person said and say, oh, well, maybe that person's just having a tough day. The next time you see that person may remember, they may not remember. But if you could get past that negative interaction, or perceived negative interaction, it's possible that underneath that, the person you had that interaction with, there is a very different person underneath there that you give yourself an opportunity to know further by simply not taking that interaction personally. It is such a liberating feeling to stop taking things personally. It really is. And I cannot stress this enough. The great majority of people in your life, even to family, they don't have enough time or energy or want to expend enough effort to go out of their way to make you feel bad. Sometimes people will say things because they personally are feeling bad. And they might possibly think that saying something negative or making someone else feel poorly will help them expel some of that negative energy that they're holding themselves. When it's almost like I like Star Wars. So you could see Star Wars as almost a Jedi has the ability to use the Force to block laser blast, or use their Force powers to move things around. Imagine it's almost like a force field, right? It's like a shield around you. So when someone fires a projectile, or something that might possibly make you feel poorly, or change your mood, or reflect on you in a way that make you angry or something. Imagine having the ability to redirect that somewhere else and not absorb it. That is a Jedi level skill, because many people internalize outside aggressions, if you will, or outside interactions, and internalize them, mostly because there's something internally there that is being reinforced by the outside behavior. If you learn that outside behavior has nothing to do with who you think you are, how you feel about yourself, how you want to feel today, you will learn a superpower that will make you a special human being. Uh, This good example, and I can't speak for women, but I know maybe for women it might be a little different because women care very much about how they look and how people their perceive them, maybe when they're made up or when they're wearing very nice clothes or things like that. But from the male perspective, let's say that you go in one day and your boss, your boss, big boss, like your boss's boss, he sees you walk in and maybe he says something that you might perceive as a small slight, right? It could be something like, that's the tie you chose today, huh? Now, him saying that's the tie you chose today, you could say, well, maybe he's saying that I don't belong here, or that he's going to fire me soon, or I'm not a good worker, or I'm doing something wrong. Now, you could take all of those feelings that may possibly be inside of you and that might start bubbling up to the surface and say, that comment from my boss is a reflection of who I am. And what would happen to your mood then? Automatically, your mood would drop to, oh my gosh, am I going to lose my job? Is everything okay? What do I need to do to fix this? But imagine same day, same boss, same situation. So that's the tie you chose today. You could respond, oh, well, this is my favorite tie. I love this tie. And maybe he might respond, he might not respond. But if you choose not to internalize that, you could just go sit at your desk and start working and have a normal day. And maybe you could even say the next time you talk to your boss or your boss's boss, you didn't like my tie? Really? This is a so and such brand. This is a da-da-da brand. And your boss might have a story like, oh no, I had a tie like that and so and such, my dog ate it, or I have a tie just like that one, or something like that. Because remember, this is the thing that you should remember when you're considering outside forces playing an effect on how you feel about yourself. How much time does your boss's boss have to think about you? Not that you don't matter, but if he is as busy as you might think he is, he does not have a lot of time to spend thinking about you and your tie. So why internalize that? Don't take it personal. Don't take 99.9% of the things that happen to us, we should learn not to take personal. People are too busy. There are too many things going on. So much is happening around us. Our daily lives are so busy that when someone bumps into you at the train station, or someone jumps in front of you in the line, or someone makes a face at you when you're walking into your building, that person's interaction with you may have 1,000 other possibilities as to why they're doing that, other than you. They had a bad day. It's raining. They're running late to school, running late to work. They're having a poor day at home. They got in a fight with their wife or their husband. Their kids are sick. There could be 1,000 different reasons why someone has an interaction with you that is less than positive. Remember this. And just like a Jedi or whatever analogy you want to use, let it bounce off. Let it bounce off. Don't take it personal. If you learn to do something like not letting people's comments and things that in small, I guess you can say microaggressions, is that a word now? If you learn to not allow those things to affect your mood and stop taking them personally, you'll find yourself waking up more even-keeled. You'll stop having good and bad days. You'll stop hating Mondays. You'll stop looking forward to the weekend, and you'll start just enjoying today because it's today. Don't take it personal. Talk to you guys next time.